What up, Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk. And well, at least we finally got some Versace this goddamn episode. So, this is American Crime Story, the assassination of Gianni Versace, episode 7. We only got 2 episodes left. And, well, let's just say this was disconjoint, to say the least. So we start off with Gianni Versace being ill. And apparently, and I think that I have actually read this too, that initially, whether he had HIV or not, I'm still not 100% sure of. But it was rumored that he did have cancer and came back from that. Now, whether that was a lie or whether that was he had cancer and then contracted HIV, or the symptoms that he had, they weren't 100% sure they were related to HIV, so they thought it was cancer. I don't know. But we start off with Gianni really trying to get Donatella to become a designer because she is the legacy. She is who is going to take over the business, and he's not 100% sure if he's going to make it or not, so she got to take over. She has to do everything. I love that brother and sister dynamic. I really, 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 really do. I love the fact that they designed the dress together after his boyfriend, even though him and Donatella didn't get along, was like, you need to apologize to her. You're being too hard on her. This is hard on her too. And they designed this dress together. They wore it to the 100th anniversary of Vogue magazine, that people started now paying attention to Donatella because she had on this fabulous fucking frock. Of course, he has some rare ear cancer. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate or exactly what that is. But she comes and tells everybody she's taking over, and then we see her sitting down and sketching. So that finally got her together to start designing. Great. Ain't we like 4 episodes too late for this goddamn story? I mean. And then we got to go back to Andrew Cunanan, which, I get it. The show is not about Gianni Versace or Donatella Versace. It's about Andrew Cunanan. I've said this several times, that may not have been the best title to say, the assassination of Gianni Versace, because it made it seem like the story was going to be, at least I thought the whole series was going to be like this. Like half of the show would be about the Versaces and half of it would be about Andrew Cunanan and what he did. Which, by the way, let's talk about him for a minute. First of all, his mama had mental issues. I'm sure that's what they're trying to portray. She had some issues. And that's a whole nother conversation that we need to have about mental health in America. And even though we're more aware of it, we have less places to deal with that. There are a lot of places that's not covered under insurance if you need to see a psychiatrist. And it's somebody that has mental disorders. It's fucked up. I don't have anything as severe as being bipolar or schizophrenic or a sociopath or paranoid schizophrenia or anything like that. But there are people that do, and guess what? Sometimes just a pill don't necessarily mean that's all that person needs. That's a whole other conversation that I'm not willing to have right now. But know this. Andrew Cunanan mama had problems. Sometimes things are hereditary. And sometimes things are hereditary, specifically on the mother's side. And do we ever know, are we ever going to hear what actually really happened to the father? Outside of the fact that he's Filipino. Because him being Filipino was a plot point tonight, y'all. It was a plot point tonight. And I know a lot of people did have a little bit of an issue with Darren Criss playing the role because of whitewashing. But when you look at Andrew Cunanan and Darren Criss look a lot fucking like him, especially with the eyebrows and everything, and he didn't look the most Asian in the world. But when he decides he wants to go be a hooker, and the lady says, and I've heard this before, just watching as much gay-friendly content that I do about no fats, no femmes, no Asians, and him coming in, she's like, "What are you?" When he goes to the agency, and he's like, "Well, my mother is Italian American, my father is Filipino." So, well, no, I don't mean. Well, what are you? Well, I'm Asian American. Well, straight men like Asian women, but gay men don't like Asian men. And then he's, apparently well endowed, and she like, I can't sell a clever Asian. Again, a lot of the storyline in this series has been about identity and pretending to be something that you're not. A lot of that is going on, even with JImmiPynk, with the struggle of him coming out and the sister didn't want him to, even with him being sick and nobody wanted to say he was sick. Obviously, as far as the story, because this is a fictionalized account, the escort lady is kind of who put him in the mind of, you need to be what people want. Even Donatella not really wanting to be a designer, and let's keep it 100, she probably did fake it till she made it. Had it just been Donatella Versace that wasn't related to Gianni Versace and started designing dresses, probably wouldn't have got on, but she learned, and he taught her. Just a whole lot of identity and being what the public wants you to be versus what you want to be is a long-standing theme here. Obviously. I mean, even all the way down to Jeff. I would have rather let that man die than to give people the inkling that I was gay, that I had to leave the military. And I get that. But if this story was supposed to connect those two dots, it didn't. The whole series did, not this story. Dude that Cunanan was with initially, that was paying him, once he said, "Well, I'll sell myself," and he hooked this older man, not the one he targeted. He ended up with him eventually. But I had heard that before too, that dude's murder, they couldn't get conclusive evidence that Andrew Cunanan did that one. But they suspect now, after they see his behavior, that he may have. They kind of explained it away here like he didn't do it, instead of making it really seem the questionable that it is in the public eye. I feel like that could have been done a little bit better. I think we could have made that, through script writing and shooting, a little more shadier and made it kind of look like, well, maybe Andrew could have did it. The way they shot this and said it is pretty much a clear cut, like, no, Andrew didn't have nothing to do with it, but he was there and told the dude to run. Instead of making it seem like maybe Andrew did do it, or maybe the dude did run off and hit him over the head, but didn't kill him, and Andrew finished off the job. We don't know. But they made it pretty cut and dry that Andrew didn't do it. I don't know. It must just be nice to be rich and lonely and just buy companionship. I mean, you can do it when you ain't rich, but it's going to break you. Because motherfuckers like that is greedy, and when you think you're doing it just out of kindness, it then becomes they expect it. And then they're not even doing what they're supposed to do to make you want to do it anymore. We saw that in this episode too, and I'm sorry I am speaking on some personal shit right now. I didn't mean to get depressed, but I did. Again. I'm going through some shit, bear with me. But I'm going to be alright. Give me a couple weeks, I'm going to be alright. But, it's definitely very much that, too. With the Time's Up movement and everything, we already see rich men think they can just buy whatever they want, including pussy and dick. But a human being is still going to be a human being, and a human being is still going to do what they do. You can't control that through controlling purse strings. That's just real. And for some of us, we think because we have it and they don't. Yeah, I'll do it for you a few times. I'll help you out a couple times. I'm going to hook you up. But when motherfuckers start expecting it and then don't even do what they supposed to do to maintain it, and that's where Andrew Granada fucked up at, because that's the night that he met David. Your sole job and your sole income is based on being dick on call. And you fucked up dick on call for free dick. Yeah. He should have cut you off. And again, because he's a rich man, and rich men are like that, he cut you smooth the fuck off and moved on to the next one trying to get some more. Yo, lost. But the fact that he even still bounced back from that, it's just amazing to me that I'm like, dude, you was in the pocket. You was the Black China, the Amber Rose, the Kardashians of fucking gay men, and you fucked it up because you fell in love with somebody that you had a one-night stand with. And then when they did David sitting down and telling him the story, and he used that story to get the other dude, it was kind of showing, like, again, I guess if there's any correlation between the story, it's the situation forcing you to become what you needed to be successful. I guess that was supposed to be the correlation. It wasn't as good as the episode where Jeff was doing the interview and Versace was doing the interview coming out, where Jeff was like in the shadow. Like that juxtaposition was very, very good. I see now, talking about it, what the juxtaposition was supposed to be, but it wasn't executed that well. And then also, we only got 2 episodes left, and it's like, this is the assassination of JImmiPynk. Is y'all going to be able to get in all the details that we've really been wanting to see this whole season in the last 2 episodes? Are we, though? And then this disconjointed timeline, I'm not 100% sure was the best idea either. But I guess you couldn't start with the JImmiPynk portion that didn't have to do with Versace, because then nobody would have watched the episodes. So initially I said I wasn't going to review this anymore, but because of the postponement of Heather's, I'll probably go ahead and, well, you know what? Don't hold y'all breath, because I got to work the next 2 Wednesdays, and I'm probably going to come home and review Riverdale, and this is going to probably be an afterthought, unless this is really good, and then Riverdale will be the afterthought. Either way, I'm not super impressed or enthused to review either one anymore. So hopefully something moved me in the next 2 weeks. So I want to thank all of you for watching. I would like to thank my patrons as always. As always, I love my patrons, and today they actually got exclusive content, which is the first time I've done that. They got exclusive content today. So if you're interested in exclusive content, all you have to do is become a patron. $1 a month to get you the exclusive content. To my pink ladies and T-birds, thank you for subscribing to my channel, commenting, kikiing with your girl. Let me know what's cracking in the world. You see it already on the top. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because I do actually listen to requests and things that people want me to review. If if it strikes my interest, so you might want to get on that so you can contact me. If you are not a pink lady or a T-bird and you're just happen to be watcher of my shit, go ahead and become the latter two, or the former two. Come pink lady or T-bird, click subscribe, hit notification bell so you know when else I'm doing reviews. And that's it. My eyes are so tired from doing these reviews and not wearing glasses because the contacts wasn't working. And yeah, it's been a day. This is still my third recording of the day, even though y'all only gonna see two. It's my third recording of the day because I did the exclusive content for my patrons. So I'm gonna wrap this up and get out of geesh and wash my face for the first time in like 8 hours. I just keep piling makeup on top of myself to keep doing this, and I want it off. So thank you once again. I love y'all. Deuces.
Kamehameha attackers blazing, I'm so amazing. Japanimation, the anime on your cartoon station. So fulfilling, no adults swimming for about an hour. Revealing power, unorthodox amongst these cowards. Full transformation for Optimus Prime transformation. A good vibration from